With Bitcoin dropping to 82K yesterday, altcoins seem to be finding a bottom as many were already so destroyed. So it may be a good time to start loading up on some altcoins for the next phase of the bull run. Today, we're looking at 3 alts that are seeing some renewed attention. This is your Altcoin Buzz News. Hey, what's up everyone? My name is Cody, and if you're new here, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you know when we drop latest content. Follow us on Twitter, AltcoinBuzzIO, and as always, not financial advice, and wish you the best of luck in your crypto ventures. Alright, you guys, so unfortunately, the scenario we didn't want to play out played out the most, but I guess it's better that this is over and, maybe done for now. We took out this low, which we were expecting around $85,000. We went all the way down to $82,500. And surprisingly, altcoins didn't bleed that much from that last little drop there, probably because they were so destroyed before. If we look at Solana now, it's at 141, and it went to 131. But before this drop, before it dropped around $4,000, I think Solana was around 138 anyway. So altcoins didn't really feel much of a difference in that last little drop, and now we're starting to reclaim this level, which is really good. So this could have been at the bottom for Bitcoin. I'm hoping it is. We're gonna have to see what happens later today, but this is looking decent for Bitcoin, not amazing. So we're gonna have to wait and see if this kind of reclaims over the next couple of days. This was the level we were watching for, $85,000 below this wick. So a lot of liquidity got taken out here, and hopefully this is where it stops and continues higher. So we're gonna have to see over the coming days, but things are looking decent for now. First off, we have Miles Deutscher saying overall market sentiment is back to 2024 lows, despite Bitcoin trading at much higher prices. Sentiment in crypto is correlated to altcoin performance more than Bitcoin, which has been rough lately. Could this be a sign that we're nearing a local capitulation for altcoins? So it does seem like altcoins have already kind of reached their lows. They've already gone down so much. I mean, if you look at Solana, it's down 55% over the last month, from 295 down to 131. So it's over 55% in just 30 days on a major altcoin like Solana. So it seems like altcoins are very much oversold. We also have Quinton saying institutional interest is exploding. Retail sentiment is depressed. Do not get shaken out. And he shares this here, which kind of looks like where we could be in the classic Wall Street cheat sheet, where we're at this little bear trap here before we go to renewed optimism, FOMO, and euphoria for the remainder of this year and the remainder of the bull run, hopefully. Hopefully this takes place and we get the rest of this here because it has been a brutal past couple months. Then moving on to altcoins that we should be looking at. First off, we have Ondo. And so we have Not Telling saying, I said it before and I'll say it again, there's no other crypto that's actually getting real-world adoption from some of the biggest companies in the world than Ondo is. PayPal and MasterCard are literally implementing Ondo tech into their millions of business and consumer customers. No other crypto has this, which is why Ondo is a future top 5 to 10 cryptocurrency. This is also just the start of the adoption. So he's replying to Ondo Finance, who actually came out and said this yesterday. MasterCard is bringing Ondo Finance into the multi-token network, or MTN, as the first RWA provider on the network. The MTN enables banks to offer digital financial services to integrated businesses, and Ondo Short-Term U.S. Treasury Fund, or OUSG, will be the first tokenized RWA solution, providing businesses on-chain with access to daily yield and flexible cash management. So MasterCard, PayPal, all working with Ondo Finance. Very bullish for Ondo. And Ondo's market cap, TVL just keeps rising like crazy. Just one day, I think it was at the Ondo Summit, it started taking off from 570 all the way up to now 921. So TVL is spiking on Ondo. And Ondo is also dominating the RWA space, posting the highest transaction volume and significantly outperforming other tokens, even in the current sluggish market. Now, Ondo has been, retracing kind of like the rest of the market. It fell below this key support here at $1.20, and then it's now holding up around this level, which actually we thought it might, consolidate at for a couple of days now. If we can hold up and Bitcoin doesn't continue to drop and the rest of the markets don't continue to drop, I think this is a great place to buy Ondo. We do want to see it just consolidate here for a couple of days, which it's doing right now. It's been here for 3 days. So around this 90 cent to $1 range is a great level to take it back to new all-time highs, just above $2, I think, in the coming months. So I think Ondo is a great buy here. Pretty much exactly where it is at this dollar mark. And then we also have Mark saying, this is so insanely bullish for hbar. Today at Hedera, Swift made mind-blowing announcement. Here's why it's a potential game changer that could separate Hedera from the pack. Firstly, Swift moves a lot of money, $150 trillion annually, and 400 billion plus per day. That's more than most countries' GDPs combined. It's a backbone of international banking, so their involvement is a huge deal. The proof of concept, Swift, the global financial messaging network, has been testing Hedera's tech behind the scenes. These proof of concepts are just like trial runs to prove the system can handle the real financial tasks. Success here means Hedera is ready for the big leagues. In the lab trials in 2025, live trials with banks in North America, Europe, and Asia, and starting next year, Swift will roll out Hedera's tech with actual banks across these 3 continents. This is real transactions with real players, showing confidence in Hedera's ability to scale globally. Swift choosing Hedera isn't just a pat on the back, it's a stamp of approval from an institution banks worldwide rely on. This trust could make Hedera a go-to for other big financial players too. This is a massive step for hbar on the world stage. It's already the first choice as a Layer 1 DLT for the International Institute of Finance, which is 450 of the world's largest banks. And then Merlin the Trader also shares that Coinbase derivatives filing for an hbar futures is huge. hbar just broke into the top 25 and institutions are already lining up for derivative exposure. This isn't retail speculation, big money is positioning now. So Hedera as well, we have also kind of came down to this key level of support here around 17-ish cents. We are heading back up right now. I would like to see us come down here and hold, kind of like Ondo did, where we came down to this level. And you see where this wick was, this huge liquidation back in the 3rd of February. I would kind of like hbar to come back to this level. It tapped it briefly yesterday and then, took off. So maybe that was the bottom. But usually you want to see a little bit more longer consolidation at the bottom before it goes up, because it's very possible that this is just another lower high and we continue down over the next coming days. So if we can get any pullbacks down here to this 18-cent level, it is looking very good. I will say I don't love wicks that just immediately reverse. So any kind of consolidation down here over the next couple of days would be amazing. This is where I'd be looking to get Hedera if you're looking to buy it. But Hedera is also looking pretty good overall in the high time frames. And then for the third coin, we actually have Quant, and this is an older coin, and Quant is outperforming Bitcoin, ETH, and XRP. It's actually outperforming most coins in the past day, probably nothing. And we also have Quant is up 35% against Bitcoin in the past few days. With their work across Oracle, Bank of England, BIS, Nexi, etc., it looks like a lot of people are finally waking up to how massive Quant truly is. So Quant is also looking pretty good here at around $101. It just broke through this key level of resistance, and I'd like to see it come down here to reclaim this level, somewhere around $96-ish. That's probably a pretty good area if it can kind of just hold around this area and then continue up. We'll probably see it go back towards 165 in the coming months or so as Bitcoin and the rest of the market come back. But Quant's also one that was beating Bitcoin, ETH, and even XRP in the past few days. And it looks like now, if we get a bit of consolidation here, it's going to continue much higher. If you're an American in crypto, you're going to want to pay attention. We found an exchange that gives you the best of both worlds. Want to trade spot markets on over 400 trading pairs and without KYC? You can. Want to trade perpetual markets on over 150 trading pairs with KYC that accepts Americans and Canadians as well? You can. The only exchange we've seen in the market that lets you do both simple spot trading without KYC and perps trading with KYC that Americans can use is BYDFi. BYDFi gives you all the tools you need and without crazy requirements. And right now they have an altcoin promotion going on that you need to see, but it's only going on for the next 2 weeks. Starting with deposits as low as $100, you can start earning bonuses in your account just for making trades you'd be making anyway. With trading volume starting at just 0.5 Bitcoin worth of dollars, you start earning bonuses to help give your account that extra dry powder it needs. So if you haven't checked out BYDFi yet, now's the time to try it. Just use this link down below, sign up, no need to KYC, and just start trading. Then we have Bitwise and their Solana predictions. So for 2025, Bitwise is saying their bullish case is 551, their base case is 507, and their bearish case is 462. For 2023, it's 6,600, 4,025, and 2,318. So if it was like that, that'd be like the equivalent of Ethereum last cycle, going from hundreds of dollars all the way up to thousands of dollars. So, but that's for 2030, sorry. For 2025, their bearish case is 462. We'll see if that still continues. We also have Lucky, who says, in my opinion, Sol at this price is a fantastic deal. There's no need to panic, just hold on tight. I'm confident that Sol will rise much higher in the coming days. So he's sharing also how we've come down to this level of support. But I will say this was a couple days before we dropped down to 130. But we are at this key level of support. I do expect us to bounce from here at some point. Miles Oyster says Solana's fee burn dropped to just 177,000 yesterday, the lowest day in months. People are tired of getting burned at the casino, and many are walking away from the tables. But human nature never changes. Now it's not only a matter of if they will be back, but when they will be back. So we can see here Solana's Sol has, their fees and everything has just kind of decreased over the past few days. But I will say Solana is one of the ones that's kind of outperforming today. I mean, it's been underperforming for weeks, and now it's outperforming at 5% up on the day compared to Bitcoin at 3% and ETH at 1.8%. So Solana coming back a little bit. I will say we are still, not looking the best. But what I want to see from Solana, and I don't know if we're going to get it, but I think it would be ideal, is you see this little gap here between the, the level of resistance and, where we are. I would love for this to get filled at some point, because it's just more likely that we'll continue higher. Because if we come back up here just straight away to 159, it's very possible that we then come back down here to 123. So I'd rather us go down to 123 first and just, take out these stops, and then we can consolidate here and go higher. I'd rather us not play the whole game of going up, squeezing shorts to 160 and then coming back down to 123. I'd rather us just, rip off the band-aid, come down to 126 and then head higher towards hopefully 400 this cycle. And then we have MicroGPT, which is redefining AI coding. So you can write code in plain English. The script sync keeps scripts aligned, and CodeSense anticipates, suggests, and optimize. So faster devs, fewer bugs, the future is here. So if you guys don't recall, we actually had a couple of videos on this. MicroGPT is the Grammarly for code, saving time with a new AI agent. It's streamlining coding by automating code generation, optimizing, bug detection, and reviews to save time and resources. And recently, MicroGPT's extension is live. Developers, it's your time to supercharge your coding experience. MicroGPT is now available on the Chrome extension store for online IDEs. Real-time AI coding assistance, debug and optimize your code, work seamlessly in your browser. At the same time, MicroAgent just got smarter. We're rolling out AI-powered Docker file generation in MicroAgent. Now let AI write optimized Docker files for your projects faster, smarter, and hassle-free. We also recently made a video on this, which I'll link down below. You guys can see a more in-depth review of MicroGPT. But essentially, you write code in plain English. And with MicroGPT, you don't need to be a coding expert. Just describe what you need, and we generate the code for you, fast, efficient, and error-free. So you can try it out at microgpt.io, and I'll have the link for it down below as well. And then lastly for today, Fetch AI has unveiled the first Web3 LLM for agentic AI. So Fetch AI says ASI 1 Mini will open up artificial intelligence and Web3 native large language model architecture to the community. According to the Delaware-based artificial intelligence company, which is a founding member of the Artificial Superintelligence Alliance, ASI 1 Mini offers users the opportunity to build and optimize agentic workflows. The Artificial Superintelligence Alliance, which is the FET token still, will power this Web3 LLM ecosystem, with ASI Mini 1 also leveraging ASI Wall integration. As part of its mission to improve artificial intelligence, blockchain, and cryptocurrency integration, ASI 1 Mini democratizes both access to artificial intelligence models and opportunities in investing, trading, and decentralized ownership. ASI 1's unveiling introduces capabilities such as real-time execution and adaptability in agentic workflows. The feature allowing for scalable deployment on smaller hardware reduces computational overhead, while transparent outputs help address the black box problem. By black box problem, Fetch AI refers to cases where artificial intelligence systems generates output without explaining how it reached a conclusion. For example, a healthcare artificial intelligence model might outline the risk associated with an ailment, but fail to explain how it arrived at the assessment. According to Fetch AI, ASI 1's design helps address the black box problem through a multi-step reasoning feature that enables real-time corrections. While opacity remains an industry challenge, the platform enhances transparency, intelligent collaboration, and clear insights. So that is Fetch AI, their new ASI 1. So the market is looking better today. We are actually heading back towards $89,000. So this is looking like we could have a bit of a green day. We've had only red days for basically the entire week so far. So I do expect us to have a little bit of a bounce today. Hopefully we're able to continue this over the weekend and we can have a bit of a, consolidation at these lows. As long as we can hold up this and make a base, then we can head higher. I think we are in for a better March. I will say it does take longer than we expect for us to head back. We don't want to immediately just V reversal back. I mean, we do, but we don't want to in terms of structure wise, because then we won't build a base here and build a new support for us in the future. So basically we want a little bit of consolidation over the weekend and hope for a much better, much greener March. So that's it for the video today, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.